Hey there everybody, Chris Curtis here with Rockwall ISD, and I have a very special guest here on hand. It is your new Rockwall Heath High School head football coach and athletic director, Mike Spradlin. Mike, first of all, welcome to Rockwall ISD. I know you're extremely excited about this opportunity.
Chris, I couldn't be more excited about the opportunity. I mean, it's just an opportunity to get with a district right now that's definitely on the cutting edge and doing things right, doing things the way they do them. And of course, I love the athletic programs, love football, and we're really excited about getting in here and implementing culture and getting things rolling and identifying ourselves, as part of this community. So it is exciting.
You talk about that phone call you got. It said, Coach, we want you here in Rockwall. Talk about how exciting that was for you and your family.
Well, you just don't know, really. I mean, I've been an athletic director now for the past couple of years, and I thought that was a direction I kind of wanted to go after 30 years of coaching, and so I can just tell you that I missed it. And so for me, it's like a kid at Christmas. I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm excited about a chance to get in front of kids and do our thing and do what we do and get them excited, and create that family that we're going to create, because it is a great family to be a part of. I always tell everybody I didn't create the high school football monster in the state of Texas, but it does exist. And so we want to teach our guys how to be great men, how to be great people, and how to play the game right.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, you come from Magnolia ISD, where you spent the last few years as the athletic director there. Out of coaching for a couple of years, but as you mentioned, that itch is still there. So what excites you about you're back to being a head coach here in District 11 6A?
Well, it's just what I've always done. I mean, when you're called to do something, you feel like you're called to do something, and you don't do it. Typically, your soul doesn't quite, it stirs a little bit. So we had a great run at Temple. Before I went to Magnolia, had a great run at Abilene Cooper prior to that, and I was fortunate enough to be at the University of Houston with Coach Art Browse in the early 2000s. I was offensive line coach there. Kind of been a part of some change and fixing and culture change and things like that, so we think we got a good formula for all that. Going to be exciting to watch. Got exciting offense and led the league in all 10 of those seasons the last 10 years. So it's going to be fun to do, and it's going to be fun to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at your resume, everywhere you go, you seem to just have a magic touch. Everything becomes a winner. Looking in 2014, you were the Lone Star Grading Class 5A Coach of the Year. The list goes on and on. Everywhere you've been, what brings success? What do you do to cultures in high schools that just brings instant success?
Well, I mean, it really starts with the relationships, and it starts with a love for each other, and we don't just make that lip service. We want to act it. I've always said that our players' three biggest abilities that they have are their accountability and their responsibility and their dependability. And so once we kind of get that going and then get that family thing going, we'll have a saying, one I've hung on to for a long time, called "Win the Day." It's actually part of my Twitter handle, WTD, but we'll talk that up. And then the other thing that we're going to talk about a lot is kind of a hashtag we'll use is "For the Family," and that family that we're going to develop and we're going to have, not just in football, but one that'll carry on obviously through all our athletic programs, which in turn I think gets the student body fired up. So we're going to do everything we can for the Heath family, for the Heath community, and represent the way we represent. I've always said that athletics, and particularly I started it with a football thing. I don't have very many unique things in my life, but one of them was that life's not all about football, but football is all about life. And I think you can apply that to any sport, any athletics, and that's what we want our kids to do. We want them to be great representatives of our family and who we are, and a great love for each other, play hard for each other, love each other because they want to see each other be successful. And if we do those things, winning has a way of taking care of itself.
Absolutely, and Rockwall Heath is still a fairly young program. You'll be the third head coach in school history to lead this program, but talk about how you want to bring a winning culture to this team. It's a team that really, in its first existence, was on the state level. It was dominant. They've had a few years. It hasn't won a playoff game since 15, but kind of talk about how you hope to kind of rebuild this mojo and get things going in the right direction.
Well, Chris, the first thing is it's all about belief and hope. I mean, you have to have a strong belief system, and if you ever anticipate, win the state championship. And I'm going to tell you that everything we do, every step we make, everything that we ask our kids to do will be about winning that. And we're planning on winning one next year. I mean, I know that sounds bold, and I know people will be like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" But we're going to have a bunch of seniors who, I'm going to tell you up front, I came here to help our kids win the state championship, and that's our goal. Got close in 2014, got within 4 points to a Hail Mary in the end zone, and it didn't happen. It happened to North Shore this year. It didn't happen to us that year. But I believe we'll have a formula that'll at least show our kids how to get there. once you experience that and you experience that winning and things start happening, then it kind of starts feeding itself, and winning becomes who you are. So that'll be our goal, and that'll be what we'll do, is to get our kids to understand that a man can't do much without hope and without belief, and we're going to instill both of those in them. I've said this. We're not going to be on a 5-year plan. We're going to be on a 5-minute plan. I mean, it'll start the first day, the first minute, and then getting our kids to buy into a work ethic, which frankly is the key, is to buy into a work ethic that allows you not to fail. It's an age-old deal. If the more I put into something, the more I get out of it. If I invest in something and I put my hard work and effort in it, then losing ceases to become an option for me, because I'll do everything I can to make that. That's what we want. And I know I keep reverting back to this, Chris, but it's all about the guy next to you. It always has been, and it always will be. And I tell my players all the time that when you want that guy next to you to play good because it benefits him, not because it benefits you, then we got something special. And you care about each other, and that family thing and doing things for the family is a big deal.
And sticking with football, you look at 11-6A. It's last few years has been known as a dominant district. You have the state champs from Longview. Then you have your old rivals across the highway here. You have Mesquite Horn, who really didn't win a game all year. Then they went their final 3 into the playoffs. They went a few rounds deep. Yes, it's a gauntlet of a district, and it's only going to get better. Kind of talk about what you see here at 11-6A and your competition.
Well, I mean, obviously, Chris, it's not a district that I've been in. We played Longview back my first year at Temple. We played them in by district. So John King was there then. John does a tremendous job. He's a great football coach. But I mean, it's just like a lot of districts in the state of Texas. I mean, you better have all your stuff tied up and your chin straps are tight and all that kind of stuff on Friday nights, or you're going to be looking at things not going well for you. We're going to do everything we can to put ourselves in the front of that list. I mean, that's our goal. And that'll be our passion. That'll be what we want to do. And so what we'll work hard on every day is that when we start talking about our district, that they'll start talking about us first, and maybe not some of the other people. So that'll be where we're trying to head.
And not only are you the football coach here at Rockwell Heath, you're going to be the athletic director as well. So you're going to sprinkle some love all over the programs at Rockwell Heath. So what are you looking most forward to as far as getting involved with the high school in general and bringing more spirit, bringing more involvement into the high school?
Well, I love that, and I've been obviously done that now for most of my career as a head coach. Love girls sports. Both my daughters were athletes, and they will tell you that athletics greatly impacted their life. Matter of fact, my middle daughter wound up playing on state championship team back in 1999. So we've had some success, and I love that. And so all this stuff I've been talking about with the football program really is about the athletic program. I mean, we'll want to build that same family. That For the Family hashtag, that won't just be a football tag. That's going to be something I'm going to want all our people to talk about. Winning the day. If you win the day, you got a chance to win the season. And so it's all about the moments. It's all about winning the morning, winning first period, winning practice, and winning at home. I mean, it really is. And when you get that attitude and you get that responsibility, and then you're accountable not only to your teammates but to your coaches and to your school and to the girls athletes and to everyone, then it becomes that family that we're talking about. So it's a rally point. Athletics always has been, and we want to make the Heath Hawks the rally point for everyone that lives, south of I-30. I mean, that's the goal, and that's what our plan is.
Absolutely. And speaking of community involvement, you and your wife Roxanne are moving to the Heath community. That's going to be very big. Talk about your family. I know you have 3 kids of your own, 6 grandkids of your own.
I do.
So kind of talk to us a little bit about them and introduce them to us as well.
Well, that list has gone up to 9.
Okay.
Yes, right. And so we're really excited. My son lives in Keller, so he's got 3 kids, and he's close by. And I coached him back at Westwood High School in Round Rock, and so he's he's excited about it. We love this area. Grew up in Dallas, went to Carter High School in Oak Cliff. This feels like in many ways kind of coming back, if you will, kind of coming back home. It's very familiar to us. Metroplex has been and always will be home. I mean, that's where we grew up. Went to Apple Junior High and T.G. Terry Elementary School, and all that kind of stuff. So, bottom line is, it feels familiar. But yeah, I'll just tell you what we've done. I'm going to be blunt with it, and I'm going to make a promise I'll keep. We moved to. I've lived in 2 high school towns now several times, and Abilene Cooper and Abilene High were a 2 high school town. And when we moved to Abilene, we made it a point to, we bought our home in the Cooper attendance zone. We didn't buy one in the Abilene High attendance zone. And so I'm just going to tell you, we'll be Heath Hawks through and through, and my wife and I will be living in a home in the Heath attendance zone. So I'm going to buy in 100% to it, because it's hard to ask everybody else to if I'm not willing to. So not only that, it's just what I want to do. It doesn't have anything to do with what I think I should do. It has everything to do with what I want to do. I want to be a part of it. We're going to invest in it. Going to buy into it.
Absolutely. And last but not least, talk about what your plans are here for the next month. Obviously, you're going to be involved in the school, getting to know everybody, hopefully doing a few more of these interviews. You never know. But, of course,
Sure.
Talk about what your plans are here for the next month, rolling into the spring season.
Well, it's just roll. I'm gonna be there in the morning, at 6 a.m. talking to coaches and then talking to our kids and watching them work out, and I won't miss any. It's, if I'm going to ask them to sell out, I got to sell out, and our staff will have to sell out. So, we'll want coaches that that love kids and love investing in their lives and love taking care of them, and that's the way we'll build our program. It's about hard work. Won't be easy. Always has been. Always will be. But that's what I love. That payoff, Chris, is what we're looking for. That sense of satisfaction that job well done. You've done it right. You've taken care of your business. So that's what we'll be looking for, is to teach our kids that. There's really no better place than the football field, really, to teach a boy how to be a man. It just does something to you. There's not many sports in the country where you put on 40, 50 pounds of equipment, go out when it's 100-something degrees and somebody's telling you to go hit somebody. It just doesn't. So it requires something different, always has. And so that's what I love about it. It's kind of a man maker, and I don't say that tongue in cheek. I think it really is. I think it teaches responsibility, and I think it teaches you how to do things right, and the main thing it teaches you is how to love each other and how to battle with each other, get in a foxhole and go to work.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yes,
I know
sir.
you have a very busy schedule
Yes, sir.
ahead, so we look forward to seeing what you put out there in the field. Very excited about it. We're only 7 months away, so we're excited for our first game. We're counting it down.
You're saying only 7 months.
You're starting now.
Yeah, I'm saying good grief. We've got 7, but that's it. That's all we got. So it's going to happen fast.
Well, Coach, we appreciate
Yes,
it,
sir,
and best
Chris.
of luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes,
Absolutely.
sir. Looking forward to it.